Hi everyone, Narelle from Simply Narelle, and welcome to my channel about cross stitching. Okay, I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already since the last video. Time just flies. I did quite a bit of stitching, so I'm not gonna chitty chat much. Just gonna get straight into it. So I was just looking at my book of days where I write down each day what I stitched on, and I don't know whether I showed you the one I worked on that day or not, because I didn't actually have it written down. But anyway, we're just going to get into it. So the first thing I worked on was not on my schedule, but I felt I needed to get it updated because it has been a while and I was neglecting it. So it is my first foray into temperature charts, and it's the temperature bobbins chart that I have available in my Etsy store, which the store will be linked below. And I was really slacking. I think last time I showed it, I had hardly anything done. So I actually rectified that. And I've now done January, February and March and part of April. So I hadn't finished April. It was still April when I did this. I think I did up to the 24th or something like that. And then I haven't done any more. I will try to do this once a month to keep it sort of relatively updated. But you can see in January, sorry, I'm really bad at doing this still. It was pretty mild start to the year, and then it got a little bit hotter and a little bit hotter. There was a really hot day, and then it went mild again for a little bit and was pretty consistent in the temperature. And then we got the odd, warm day here or there. And then when we hit April, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble holding things up. My right arm is very sore. So if I can't hold things up properly, that's my excuse. All right, so here we have April, and it's starting to get cool there. So we actually had the, I think we might have had some 24 or 23 degree days there. So it is coming along, and I really enjoy stitching on this. It's really quick. Each 7 stitches in a spool is a day. So the first 7 stitches is January the 1st, and then the next 7 is January 2, and it keeps going on like that. For months, where there's less days in a month than 31 or 30, then the rest of the space is just white. So like when there's 30 days, the last 7 stitches, which normally would be a 31 in a 31 day month, you stitch them white. So there you go. That is my temperature bobbins, sort of up to date to as far as sort of late-ish April. And we're getting some quite cooler days now, so hopefully it will cool down. I'll get some blues in there to cooler temperatures. Okay, so the next one I worked out on, I'm not sure if these are in any order, was my Angel Kisses, and this is for the Borealis Magazine Monthly Challenge, and Borealis is the acrostic, and for the letter A in Angel Kisses, which I haven't ticked off here that I've done it, I better do that. Okay, and this one also is on my Whipco board, and it was called in January, and I'm just getting to work on it now. I usually go great guns on my Whipco board, and then I come to a screeching halt. I actually really didn't even get started this time around. So this is the pattern. It's an Old Dimensions kit, copyright 2004. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I bought this to do in the house that we built and moved into in 2004 when my daughter was 2 weeks old. And I had great plans to put this in their bathroom on the wall. And this is as far as it's got. All those years later, 19 years later, and this is all I have. So I'll put a picture in of where it was when I last showed it, and this is where it is now. So I got a little bit more progress done. I've nearly done all the details in the skirt. There's just a few little bits up here to do, but I did this garland of flowers that wraps around the angels, and look at those flowers, they're beautiful. And I even did the back stitching. Oh my goodness, like, for me that's a miracle. And I did some of the long strands of back stitching here, but then I sort of had the Q-snap in the wrong place to do the rest. So I'll finish off, I think, this skirt completely with the back stitching before I move on. Oh my goodness, nothing's ever ironed with me either, sorry. Before I move on to the rest. But that's getting a bit more love than it has in a long time. I also did some of this background stitching here, which I think are half stitches. Yeah, half stitches. So that's where that one is. And I actually enjoyed stitching on it when I did it this time around. I think it was because it wasn't all just the skirt, I actually did the flowers, and that was a little bit nicer. Because I think part of the reason was as well I didn't like it is because I had made a mistake in it, and it was all just blue and didn't really enjoy it. So that was Angel Kisses. That got one. On my temperature bobbins chart, got 2 days. Angel Kisses got 2 days as well. Next one in line is what I call Benji. Now this was my new start, or one of my new starts for the coronation, because I love the royal family. So I had to do something to mark the coronation. And because it was King Charles, I had to do the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, because I have one of these puppies called Benji, and he's just so adorable. So this has been in my stash for quite some time, and I thought, what a great time to start it for King Charles. So here it is. I'm doing it on even weave, 25 count Lagana. It's going to be quite big. I think my fabric is a lot bigger than it needs to be. It is a full coverage piece. So I do like full coverages. They're easy to not make a mistake if you do work on grids and stuff. So I actually really like full coverages. Lots of confetti, but anyway, this is where I got. You really can't tell. But that's the top left corner. So if I hold up the pattern next to it, you can see that's the start of his ear up here. You can see those pieces there. There are these pieces here. So that's what I got done. And that was a really enjoyable stitch. Now, I got bored of this too because it's all browns. But anyway, the whole thing's browns. I was doing cross country, and then I started doing the parking. And I think the parking is easier because there is a fair bit of confetti in this, so I'm going to keep parking. I did, though, occasionally if I had thread still on the needle and I'd finish those stitches, instead of parking, I just carried on and did a bit more. I think I was keen to get a bit more of the detail of the dog in. I sort of switched between cross country and parking, but that's what I'm calling my Benji piece. So Benji got 2 days, and then I just couldn't stomach doing any more brown, and I had to put it away and move on to something else. But anyway, is what it is. So I really like full coverage now, but they're so time consuming. All right, so that's Benji. You can still get that pattern, I believe, on Artisy website. And Benji got, I think I said 2 days. Where's Benji? So I started Benji on the 1st of May and worked on him on the 1st and the 2nd for King Charles. The next one I have here is Cooktown Orchids, which I don't even have listed on my, wait a minute. I don't even have this listed on my book, so, but I must have worked on it. I don't know, did I? I can't remember. I mean, I did. I've got it written down on the 23rd, but that's the day before I did the video, so I don't know why it's still in the pile. I know why it's in the pile. Okay, I know why it's in the pile. I now have a love-hate relationship with my Lowry stand. I was working on this and I took it off the Q-snap to start the next project, and I'll insert a picture of the disgusting, horrible grease mark that the stand left on this. And then I was devastated because it wasn't just a little bit of grease, it was a great big grease blob. And I didn't know what to do, so I put a call out on my Instagram and my Facebook page asking for advice. And Selena from Stitch.Smile gave me some good advice on what to do, and it helped get the smudge out. So I'll put a photo of the smudge that was there, and this is after I cleaned it. Now if I put it up really, really close, wait, trying to fold it so I can see the smudge mark. There's, I don't know if you can see, the light might not be showing it. There's a tiny there, you can see that. See that little bit of smudge there? That is what's left of the huge smudge. Now the oil grease smudge went from here, there, and then down here. So I managed to get most of it out. You can't see that little bit when you look at it in certain lights, so I'm on the fence whether to leave it and hopefully it won't be noticed when it's framed, or I could just take a leaf from here and stitch it there. So stitch another leaf here. I don't think it'd be out of place because there's no leaves on that side. So I'm thinking that, you know, it's a bit void of greenery anyway. And if I stitch a leaf here to cover up that grease mark, it's not going to look out of place. So sorry it's not ironed. I forgot to iron it after I soaked it and cleaned it. But that's my thinking. If the grease mark is noticeable after it's all finished and ironed, then I'll stitch a leaf in there. So that's why I had this out. It wasn't that I worked on it after the video. It's because I had that disgusting grease mark. So I don't know what happened. I find the Lowry stand, when you're using Q-snaps, it doesn't hold them properly and they will drop. So what I tend to do, and if you've got excess fabric rolled up on the left hand side and you've got a grime guard on, it just doesn't hold. So you've got to turn the Q-snap cover basically all the way around till the Q-snap is clamping, until the Lowry stand is clamping on the actual fabric more than the Q-snap itself. So you have the cover, the clip there. Oh my god, start again now. Alright, so on the Q-snap you've got the clamp bit that holds your material. If you try and put that in your Lowry stand, in time, no matter how tight you do it, in time it's going to droop. Sometimes I'm just sitting there changing my floss out, not touching it, and the thing will just go like that. And so then you have to take it off, tighten it up. What I found is if the cover on the Q-snap, if you twist it around as far as it'll go and then put it in the Lowry stand, it will hold it pretty secure and it won't move. Except the problem with that is that there's no protection then on your fabric. I've found that if I have excess fabric rolled up on that side and I have a grime guard, no matter how much I turn that top thing around on the Q-snap, the Lowry stand won't hold the piece tightly. So I had taken the grime guard off and I had moved the cover of the Q-snap all the way around, so the stand was holding the fabric, and somehow where it got the grease was from under where it was holding, so it must have got tucked in somehow where the screw thing is. So on your Lowry stand you've got the clasp here that holds your Q-snap, and then you've got another piece down here and this long screw that you wind to tighten or loosen. The fabric I think must have ended up in this bottom section where the long screw is, and that's where it's got the grease from. So I'm really, really annoyed now with my Lowry stand, and I think it's on a limited life. Except it was so expensive that I sort of like, I have to keep using it to get my money's worth. Anyway, so I probably explained that really badly, and if you're still watching right now, then you need a medal. Okay, moving right along, shall we? The next thing, or maybe not the next thing, because I got this in no sort of particular order. Another piece, I should say, that I worked on in the last 2 weeks was my Mirabella Roses of Provence. So this is what it looks like. And this one got 2 days, or more like 1.5 days. And when I say a day, I mean basically a night after dinner, unless it's a weekend. And then I sort of work from, I stitch sort of like from after lunch or early afternoon onwards. Depends what else is happening. Alright, so this is where I am now. I will put a picture in of where it was before. And this is where I am. So I did more of the skirt, this flower, a little bit here and a little bit down here and a little bit in there. So not a great deal of work. And I find that when I'm working on a piece and I don't love it, is when I pick my phone up every couple of minutes to scroll through Instagram or Facebook or something like that. And that's when I know that I'm not feeling the piece and it's time to move on and work on something else. So, but when I'm really enjoying the piece, I can go for hours without touching my phone. So I've only just realised that when the phone comes out and I start scrolling and stuff on it, it's like, I'm not feeling this piece, it's time to move on. No matter whether it's on a whipco board or an acrostic or whatever. So if I spend more time on my phone than stitching, that's telling me something. So that's my Mirabella. It's the only Mirabella I have in progress. I have a load of them. It's a bit like a collector. Collect lots of things to look at them. I probably won't ever get them all stitched, but anyway, that's my Mirabella. Then I had, let me do this one first. I had an Anzac Day start. Now, when I filmed last time, I talked about the poppies, which I'll talk about in a minute, that I didn't like, the stamped one I didn't like. Then I found another piece that was from a magazine. This one called, is it Pretty Poppies? Perfect Petals. I don't know what it's called now. Perfect Petals there. And then Pretty Poppies at the top of the page. I don't know. But anyway. It's from Just Cross Stitching magazine. I think it was a 2017. Doesn't tell me on here, but pretty sure it's 2017. And that is the piece that I selected to do as my Anzac Day piece, my memorial piece for my family that served. And this is where I got to. I think I had to restart this. I can't remember. There was something about this that I, yes, got frustrated with. I had to frog the one section 3 times, and then I went, that's it, it's telling me to put it away. So this is all I got done. You really can't even tell that there's a poppy there. But see this bit over here? You can just see the fluff left. I frogged that 3 times. And then after the 3rd time I went, okay, well, something's telling me that you're not feeling this piece. So I put it away. But at least I have it now. And I can put it into my rotation. Even if I just bring it out, you know, every Anzac Day, it's still going to get some love. And it's not a huge piece, so it's not going to take that long to complete. So it won't be in my stash for too long. Famous last words. All right. What else did I stitch on? I have one more here. So would you believe that Pretty Poppies I just showed you? That was 2 days worth of stitching. How atrocious is that? And then my last thing is, no, I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a piece. Where is it? I don't have it. I'll have to go get it. I did work on checking his stocking, which was for the acrostic. Yeah, I don't know where that is. So anyway, I'll show that next time. How about we do that? Oh, so I'm a little bit stressed today. I've been running around for my son, dealing with doctors and specialists, and it's just, anyway, I'm a little bit over everything now. Okay, my next new start for the King's coronation is this one. The crowns of, oh shoot, hang on a minute, my light just decided to fall over. Oh, you're glad, it's so lucky I didn't swear then. Why did you want to fall over? Stop it. It's one of those days. Now I'm in the dark. Oh, I'm over it. It is what it is. All right, Crowns of the Kingdom. Okay, this is my newest start for the coronation, and I started this on Sunday. No, I didn't tell I started this on Saturday because that was the day of the coronation. And yes, well, I planned to do it on 25 count Lagana because that's what I've got, even weave. And I went, well, wouldn't it be nice if I did it over one? Yes. I can do over one, not a problem. Done it before, forgot that I didn't like it. So I started 25 count 2 over 1 and then went, no, that's just too thick, I don't like it. Then I restarted it on 1 over 1 and it doesn't look too bad. You probably think that looks really nice, and it does look really nice. Except I found it really frustrating and I just couldn't do 1 over 1. I don't know what it is about it. I did not find it enjoyable at all. So that is as much as I got done, 1 over 1. And I went, no, that's beyond me. That's too small. I can't do it. Forget it. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. The idea of stitching is for you to enjoy what you're doing. So I went, fine, go cut another piece of fabric. And I'm going to do 2 over 2 on 25 count. It's going to be another big one. That's how big half of it is. So see, this is the size of the fabric. I can't even fit it all in. Anyway, it's going to be another bed sheet situation. Doesn't matter. I enjoy stitching on it. So, you know, guess what? It is what it is. So this is how much I got done. I worked on this on Saturday after I finally decided I'm done with the over 1. And then I didn't stitch on Sunday. I had a bad day Sunday. Didn't stitch on Sunday. And then I stitched on it last night. So this is what I've got done. Let me see if I can fold that a little bit better so I can fit more in. So this is what I've got done. So that is half of page 1. I think you can see this one here is chopped off because it's on the second page. So sorry that's really hard to see. But that is what I've done so far. Now the chart calls for all treasure braids. And I had no treasure braids. I had white, which wasn't going to work. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do straight DMC floss. So I've converted this to 4 colours of DMC because that's all it calls for, 4 colours. So I've used a grey, a black and 2 shades of yellow. And sorry, the light is atrocious. Let me see. Is that showing it a little bit nicer? Not really. There we go. Something like that. So that is where that one is. And this is a fun stitch. I really, really enjoyed it. So it's going to be hard to put this away, but I need to move on to other things. So this pattern has 12 pages. So I have done 3/4 of page 1. So I'm tempted to just keep going on it and finish page 1 and then put it away. I think I could do that tonight. I could definitely finish it page 1 tonight and then move on to something else. Or whether I should just come back to it at another stage knowing that I'm going to enjoy it when I do. Alright, so I'm missing my checking here stocking, which I gave 2 days to. Pretty much the same as everything else. But I'll show that next time because I don't have the energy to go and find it. This is going to be a shorter video. I'll go a bit of haul actually to share at the end. I sort of was a bit naughty and did some shopping. Okay. Alright, so last video I showed you this dimensions kit, stamped dimensions kit that I tried to do and I didn't like it. And I offered it as a giveaway. So thank you to all those people who have commented and said they would be willing to take it on. I have started it. You do get everything in the kit, my start included, plus I put them on some thread drops that I had laying around. Sorry, they're Christmas ones. The thread, there's no needle. It may have come with a needle. I think I said last time it didn't come with a needle, but it may have, and I've just put it in my stash like I do every needle I come across. So sorry there's no needle. But I have made to go with it this Poppy project bag. So the lucky winner will get this project bag. My light's going to fall again. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Will you just stop? Oh God. Ah, dear. I need to go back to bed. The lining, a red and white little dot spotty thing, like a paint splosh thing. The project bag and the pattern. Okay, and now I'll insert the video of the winner. Good luck. Okay, so this is the draw for the poppies pattern and the project bag. I did try to use the comment picker that I see others use for YouTube, but you have to pay for it to actually pick someone. Like I could get all the comments. It didn't show me the comments. I could see there was comments, but yeah, I couldn't do much with it. So I'm using the wheel decide. Sorry about the ad that keeps flicking over on this on the side, but I have everyone listed here who wanted a chance to stitch that poppies project, and here we go. We're going to select a winner, and our lucky winner is Cheryl Lamb 8854. Congratulations, Cheryl. If you want to email me, I'll put my email address on the screen. Please email me your mailing address and I'll get that prize out to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, so now I'll move on to haul, and congratulations to the winner of that poppies chart and bag. Now I'm going to show haul. Like I said, I did a little bit of shopping. I feel like this video is all over the place today. I'm so sorry. I'm just not in the right headspace. Anyway, I did some shopping. The Facebook D-Stash pages, groups have a lot to answer for. I'm going to stop looking at them because they keep buying charts that I'm never ever going to stitch. I have to live to 300 now to stitch all these charts. But anyway, I couldn't resist this. All right, Hands Across the Sea, The Rose and the Giant Pear, 1888. I hated this when I saw it, you know, first time around. I went, what is that pear? That looks stupid. And then I went, well, who am I to say? There's probably a little kid who stitched this. Like, I can't even come up with a design like this, and I'm in my 50s. I didn't say that, but anyway. But I don't know how old the person was, and I haven't read through the thing. But I'm sure that it's probably done by someone who is, you know, an eighth of my age. So anyway, I bought that one because I love the border, and you know me and samplers, if the border's pretty, I gotta have it. So anyway, that was one. And then I hadn't seen this one before, but I absolutely love it, and I don't know why I haven't had it before because the border on this is just magnificent. Jane Bannister, 1855. Look at that border. That is stunning. I can't wait to get onto that one. Really, really pretty. So that also was a stash group. I bought, someone else showed this, I think it was Laura, I Stitch Birds, showed this, and I have seen this lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of times, and I went, oh, I don't know. But then I actually stopped and looked at it and went, that's actually really pretty. So I got that Dimensions kit. Then I love peacocks, and we have a peacock association because there's a neighbourhood peacock that comes around all the time, and I think I'm going to have a peacock wall, I've decided, or a bird wall with a lot of peacocks on it. So I saw this, a Rayolis kit, so I had to grab this because that is just stunning. Look at that, beautiful. So I got that as well. Then I've decided I really like samplers. Never used to, I do now. I think they stitch up a lot quicker than a lot of other things, that's why. So a lady was destashing these from Hawkins House Reproduction Samplers. I've never heard of these people before. Anne Ward, 1847. So that is really pretty. And again, look at that border. Look at those flowers. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. So I got that one. And then she also had Anne Duncan, 1807, from Samplers and Such. I think this is that was American, Georgia, isn't it? And then this is from Warwick RI. Is this British? I'm not sure. Anne Duncan, 1807, from the Wyndham collection. And I really love that too. Look at those flowers on that border. I'm just not focusing, I'm sorry. But anyway, really, really pretty. Then she had Pat Rogers, the Strawberry Sampler. So I really like that as well. I don't know why I say that, because if I don't like it, I wouldn't buy it, eh? Then this one, stunning Pat Rogers Tapestry Sampler. And I'm just looking at the back here, and it's like, I need to track down all these others. Look at all these others. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to have to track down all the Pat Rogers I can find, because I love her samplers. Really pretty. And then another Pat Rogers Christian's sampler. So really pretty blues in that one. And I love this big floral bit down the bottom. Very, very pretty. So there's, again, different ones on here that I'm going to have to track down. And then, if that wasn't enough, Haid, Heaven and Earth Designs, had a sale. They had a 50% off sale. They also have a lot to answer for. I had quite a few on my wish list, and now I have quite a few in my collection. I got this one. This is why I said I need to live to be 300, maybe 500. Add all these full coverages, and you know, yeah. So I got this one. It is Birds and Blooms Garden artwork by Amy Stewart. I love all her stuff, and I love the bright colours and the birds in this, so I had to get that one. And then I had to get Birdhouse Gardens by Chiro Marchetti, I think it is. Look at that. I've wanted this one for so long. Oh, stunning, stunning, stunning. So bright and colourful and just beautiful. So I got that one as well. But wait, there's more. And like, I needed something else massive, because I don't have enough massive ones already. Oh, to show you, I like Amy Stewart, The Secret Garden by Amy Stewart. Look at that, stunning. Look at all that confetti though. Oi, oi, oi. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I do this to myself. And then the last one, you're happy to know this is the last one. Bird Song by Tatiana, is that a Fedorova? Bird Song, no background. So look at that, stunning. I think I've seen someone else working on this. Stitching Mummy maybe, or someone, I don't know. But that's really pretty. I've always loved this one too. So I struggle, I don't struggle to find things obviously on Haid's website, because I've got all these plus all the other ones already in my stash. But a lot of their stuff doesn't interest me, because it's all the gothic, the dragons and the fairies and the mystical stuff. That doesn't appeal to me. But there's definitely enough other stuff to appeal, I'll tell you. Alright, so that is it for today. Thank you for watching today. I'm sorry it's really disjointed. My headspace is just not in it. One last thing to say is I'm currently at 284 subscribers or something. When I get to 500, I will have another giveaway. So if you haven't already, please tell your friends about my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Sorry, I keep checking my light to make sure it's not going to fall again. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Tell your friends to subscribe as well. And when I hit that magic 500 subscribers mark, I will have another giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic 2 weeks, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. And until then, happy stitching. Stay safe. Bye-bye.